I'm gonna say something a lot of people might not like, but if you don't like it, just say that you're racist. Yes, that's the tone of this video. If you don't like it, just say that you're racist. But here's what I gotta say. Black gamers are literally one of the biggest parts of gaming. But somehow, I know y'all know, we still feel invisible, bro. We play games just as much as everybody else. We support the industry, we buy the games, the consoles, the DLCs, the hardware, but you know what I'm saying? We gamers, like we like to play the game. But when it comes to stuff like main characters, story focus, and marketing, bro, we barely there. It's like, where the niggas at? Literally, it's like we're always in the audience, but we're never in the spotlight. Now, if you're not agreeing with me, bro, I need to ask you this. Name 5 major AAA games with a black main character. And no, nigga, Kratos don't count. I'll do some. We got Deathloop, Miles Morales, GTA, Mafia 3, and Prototype 2. But I'm saying games that literally is just the black main character. They're the only player that you can play as, or one of the only players you can play as, and they're black. That's what I'm saying. If we doing that, bro, we're already stretching over a decade of gaming. So in a decade of gaming with something that's not co-op, just straight, you know, main character that's black, we only got 5 games that I could really recall right now, y'all. Now, I know a lot of y'all are probably gonna be trying to argue with me, but you can't argue with me, because I gotta say this too. I named these games as people who are not side characters, not customizable avatars. I mean the actual main face of the game. We're like, when you play the game, this is who you're gonna see the whole time. This is the main character. You're not switching between multiple characters. No, this is the main character you play as. This is proof. When we do show up, it's either rare, or we're not pushed the same, or we're gonna get forgotten quick because we're just technically a side character. A lot of times, it's gonna be side characters, or what's even more disrespectful, black NPCs at this point. Just NPCs is part of the game, bro. Now, here's the thing. I don't feel like this is done on purpose from companies this day and age, simply because they're racist. I feel like companies are scared, bro. Scared it won't sell, because whether we want to admit it or not, even though I love the gaming community, there is a lot of racist, bum-ass people in the gaming community, bro. There really is. And so they know we want to sell games, and sadly, they know we're gonna have to appease to the majority of the people in the gaming community. And a big chunk of our people who is white may not play this game if they're racist because it has a black lead character. So then they're also like, damn, it won't be relatable to the majority of our audiences. And they feel like either way, we're gonna get backlash. So instead, they play it safe. They'll take risk on everything else but adding a black lead character. They'll do new gameplay styles. They're even taking risk on upping the prices of stuff and upping the prices of games and everything. But they're not willing to take a risk on representation. Like, bro, we've been here, black gamers, since day one. We're heavy in online communities, especially in gaming and streaming content. Streamers playing games, or YouTubers playing games and creating content on YouTube and shit. We're honestly some of the biggest creators, some of the biggest faces in gaming, bro. Corey, Berleezy, Dante, there's a bunch of other people I could go down the list of, bro. But yet, we're still not reflected in major titles, bro. In short, the player base doesn't match what we see on screen. Now, here's the thing, though. What they did do right, though, they did do Grand Theft Auto San Andreas amazing, okay? They did Spider-Man Miles Morales. To me, it was amazing. It was a little bit like, felt like just another DLC for Spider-Man, but it was still a really good game. And Deathloop, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of stopped playing Deathloop, but the characters were good and they were intriguing. But the point is, these games were successful. People loved the characters, and there was no drop in sales because of it. Why? Because they're actually good games. So basically, even though I'm like, okay, well, they're like, oh, I don't know if we're gonna sell as much, that excuse clearly doesn't hold up, because we got black main characters who sold really well and made the game sell really well because they were good games, they were good characters. Now, I already know what people are gonna say. Well, you can just create your own character.
Think about Demon Souls and Elden Ring and games like that. We can customize your own character like Skate and shit too.
It's not the same as a written story, a real personality, and a character with depth, bro. There's a lot of video game characters we all love and say are S tier. But The Walking Dead was great. But at the same time, you see how that was a story that was well written. As a black person, you feel like you can relate to that. I'm not saying you can relate to people who aren't the same race as you, but it is gonna be a little bit harder for me, as my name is Javon and I have dreads, to relate to a guy named Peter or Cliff. I would much more relate to somebody named Dre, Andre, Lee, Clementine. I would relate to people like that, bro. I'm gonna relate to them much more because they're my race. I'm going to relate to them more, bro. It's gonna feel like I'm definitely relating to them and feeling what they're going through a lot more. And just, you know, personality wise and culture wise, I'm gonna relate to them a lot more, bro. Customization is not representation, bro. It's just a workaround, gang. That's it. Again, if we're not getting actual black main characters, it's not real representation. And you gotta understand, bro, as someone who's been playing video games since I was little, I grew up playing hella games. I love Nintendo Land. I love Super Mario World, 3D World. I loved the Lego Avengers game, the Amazing Spider-Man 2, but not seeing me as much. And then also, bro, at one point I was going to an all-white school. It kind of made me feel like, where the hell we at? I'm not saying every game gotta be about us, because it doesn't have to be about us. But let us be part of the main story sometimes, bro. Let us actually have our own unique game that everyone in the black community can come together and be like,
nah, that game was lit.
There's not many games we have like that, bro. And then the ones that we do and are gonna get, Silent Hill Townfall. Every time we get something like that, people want to either hate on it, be a lot more critical about it, or just say racist things and hate on it before it even comes out just because it's a black main character. For example, like I just said, Silent Hill Townfall. People are already saying the most racist and crazy and heinous things. The game ain't even out yet. But I know us as black people, or majority of us, because I know I'm happy. Shit. Nigga, oh my gosh. A black main character in a Silent Hill game say, let's take my money. So here's my message and here's my take, bro. When there's representation, the story is better. The storytelling gets better. I feel like I could relate to that person a lot more. Their struggles hit a lot more. And it's just like, damn, like, the story is better for me, bro. Like, yo, I really feel what's going on right now. And if there's more perspectives in games, then gaming is gonna get better overall. So with that being said, gaming gets better when more people are included, not less. Think about the Ghost of Tsushima games. That's Japanese coded, but that feel amazing, bro. Miles Morales, that was a nice little, you know what I'm saying, nice little spin on Spider-Man, bro. I'm telling you, Black Myth Wukong, even though I feel like it was a good game, like gameplay and gaming wise, I feel like it was a good game, but gang, that added a whole nother perspective and a different type of game and storytelling, bro. Like, it's different, bro. And there's more people included in gaming, it gets better, bro. So with that being said, black gamers aren't invisible in gaming, we're just overlooked. And that needs to change, bro. We here. I'm just waiting for these companies to actually give us a lot more games starring black people. You feel what I'm saying? Now, y'all let me know. Am I tripping or do y'all see it too, bro? Like, I'm serious. If I'm bugging, let me know. Be real in the comments, bro. Again, black people, like my people, like I want y'all to be real. Do y'all see this in the comments? A lot of the people I don't talk to, with my friends, family, they say like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It ain't really a lot of games starring us, bro. Like, y'all let me know if y'all feel like I'm, you know what I'm saying, just being extra, or if I'm really keeping it a buck and I'm being real, bro. Now, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna see y'all boys in the next vid. Got y'all with something special next vid, so stay tuned. Special little take, special convo. But until then, stay safe, y'all, because I'm out of here, y'all, for real.